Luke McGowan writes, "So I watched Mud last night and I enjoyed it immensely. However, I cannot shake the feeling that the central message of the film is that women are all selfish, defenseless, and promiscuous, leading on nice guys while it's convenient. None of the three female characters in Mud had any redeemable qualities, with the possible exception of Ellis's mother, who loved him as any mother would. I also felt this when I watched Saving Private Ryan, where I walked away feeling that the moral was execute prisoners of war so that it doesn't come back to haunt you. Has anyone else seen a great, critically acclaimed film that you nonetheless felt was promoting a negative message?"
Well, I'll let Chrisley start off on this one, because she seems very excited.
Luke. I had the hand on the forehead. Mud was one of my favorite movies. I'm a woman. I may be sometimes selfish, defenseless. I might lead on some nice guys. No, I'm just kidding. I did not get that message at all from that movie. To me, that movie was so much about the relationship between that boy and Matthew McConaughey's character and the things that you do in life. It was so much more of a little bit of a coming of age kind of movie for me. In Saving Private Ryan, I mean, I didn't get that message either. And Luke, I love you, but I don't know if I ever want to watch a movie with you, because I think that you might be trying to only see the negative side of it, because I don't feel like there was negative messages in either one of those movies. I think both were done really well to not portray a negative message.
I personally loved Mud as well.
Yeah.
It was actually my favorite movie of last year, and I don't think that's the message it was trying to convey. I think the message was, it was love through the eyes of youth.
Yeah.
And the romanticism that young people do have with it, and maybe as you get older, you still kind of cling on to that and believe in that. So I did not see what Luke was seeing. In terms of movies that have a negative message, this isn't a critically acclaimed movie, like a Oscar-nominated movie, but Taken, I thought it was a fun ride, just like Liam Neeson's latest, Nonstop, but it had a horrible message. The message was basically, if you're a young girl, don't explore, don't go anywhere, don't try new things, because otherwise you will be kidnapped and
But
almost
Liam
forced
Neeson will come save you.
and almost forced into prostitution.
The world is scary, and you're defenseless, and you lead men on.
Yes.
Scary. Don't go
Exactly.
anywhere.
So
Yeah.
so that was a movie that I enjoyed, but didn't have the greatest message. Dan?
I was saying before, I actually didn't see Mud, but I asked my fiance this question, who did see it, and he pointed out that this is kind of, it's a coming-of-age story, and so it's from the perspective of a young boy, and I think almost all young boys hope that girls are promiscuous, so that's kind of the, the color. And hopefully defenseless too, yeah, I guess if you're, I don't know, that's scary. But as far as other movies, my mind immediately went to Into the Wild, the Emile Hirsch adaptation of the book, because it was such a good movie. I mean, the story is great, the character is amazing, but it is the most selfish, self-indulgent film and book I've ever seen or read. I mean, this guy goes about his life, and it is all about him. No consequence to leaving his family, leaving his loved ones, all the, emotional suffering he causes by going off to explore himself in the woods and whatever. Great movie, horrible message.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Oh my God.
I really liked Into the Wild, and it has what you're talking about, but at the very end, when he's by himself, spoiler if you guys haven't seen the movie yet, in the end, as he's dying, he writes in his book, and it says he realizes that it's the actual important thing is to share these wonderful things that he's experiencing with people that he loves. So I think that's the true message of Into the Wild.
But when he gets to the message, my reaction was, well, duh, if you weren't such a selfish jackass, you would have known that from the beginning.
It takes some people
Yeah.
a little bit longer.
He had to find himself.
See, I felt that way with the ending of The Call. I loved the movie The Call. I thought the entire
So
movie was
fun.
great. And then there was this point where I thought it should have ended, and I was so happy that that's where it got to, and then it kept going. And I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but the final scene for me, it was completely selfish and was telling encouraging people to take matters into your own hands and do kind of the wrong thing sometimes. So I understand how you can get negative messages, but I don't think these two films are promoting them.
No, I don't think so either.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.